Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Exercise designed to extend the limbs and muscles to their full extent. Occupy a large, elongated area. The park stretched beneath the train line. Corrupt, debase, or make impure by adding a foreign or inferior substance, often by replacing valuable ingredients with inferior ones. Lie down comfortably. To enjoy the picnic, we stretched out on the grass. The act of physically reaching or thrusting out. Extend or stretch out to a greater or the full length. Stretch out that piece of cloth. Increase in quantity or bulk by adding a cheaper substance. Stretch the soup by adding some more cream. Make long or longer by pulling and stretching. Stretch the fabric. An unbroken period of time during which you do something. There were stretches of boredom. The capacity for being stretched. Extend one's body or limbs. Let's stretch for a minute. We've been sitting here for over 3 hours. Extend one's limbs or muscles, or the entire body. A large and unbroken expanse or distance. A stretch of highway. A straightaway section of a racetrack. Become longer by being stretched and pulled. The fabric stretches. Easily stretched. Stretch hosiery. Extend the scope or meaning of, often unduly. Stretch my patience. Extension to or beyond the ordinary limit. Running at full stretch. Having an elongated seating area. A stretch limousine. Pull in opposite directions. During the Inquisition, the torturers would stretch their victims on a rack. Exercise designed to extend the limbs and muscles to their full extent. Act of expanding by lengthening or widening. Occupy a large, elongated area. Corrupt, debase, or make impure by adding a foreign or inferior substance, often by replacing valuable ingredients with inferior ones. Adulterate liquor. Mixed with impurities. Corrupt, debase, or make impure by adding a foreign or inferior substance, often by replacing valuable ingredients with inferior ones. Corrupt morally or by intemperance or sensuality. Lower in value by increasing the base metal content. Corrupt, debase, or make impure by adding a foreign or inferior substance, often by replacing valuable ingredients with inferior ones. Lessen the strength or flavor of a solution or mixture. Reduced in strength or concentration or quality or purity. Diluted alcohol. A quantity that can be processed or transported at one time. The system broke down under excessive loads. Corrupt, debase, or make impure by adding a foreign or inferior substance, often by replacing valuable ingredients with inferior ones. A deposit of valuable ore occurring within definite boundaries separating it from surrounding rocks. Goods carried by a large vehicle. Provide, a device, with something necessary. He loaded his gun carefully. Wait to be born or conveyed. The front part of a guided missile or rocket or torpedo that carries the nuclear or explosive charge or the chemical or biological agents. Fill or place a load on. Load a car. An onerous or difficult concern. That's a load off my mind. An amount of alcohol sufficient to intoxicate. He got a load on and started a brawl. Electrical device to which electrical power is delivered. Put something on a structure or conveyance. Load the bags onto the trucks. The power output of a generator or power plant. Transfer from a storage device to a computer's memory. Lie down comfortably. Extend or stretch out to a greater or the full length. Stretch out that piece of cloth. Thrust or extend out. Stretch the neck so as to see better. Extend one's body or limbs. Move forward or upward in order to touch, also in a metaphorical sense. Government reaches out to the people. The act of physically reaching or thrusting out. Be in or establish communication with. Our advertisements reach millions. The limit of capability. The limits within which something can be effective. He was beyond the reach of their fire. An area in which something acts or operates or has power or control. Outside the reach of the law. Reach a goal. Reach a point in time, or a certain state or level. This car can reach a speed of 140 miles per hour. Place into the hands or custody of. To extend as far as. The sunlight reached the wall. To exert much effort or energy. To gain with effort. Reach a destination, either real or abstract. The water reached the doorstep. The act of physically reaching or thrusting out. Accomplishment of an objective. Extend in scope or range or area. The law was extended to all citizens. Offer verbally. Extend my greetings. Expand the influence of. The king extended his rule to the eastern part of the continent. Span an interval of distance, space or time. The war extended over 5 years. Extend or stretch out to a greater or the full length. Extend the TV antenna. Increase in quantity or bulk by adding a cheaper substance. Extend the casserole with a little rice. Thrust or extend out. Extend a hand. Continue or extend. The disease extended into the remote mountain provinces. Cause to move at full gallop. Reach outward in space. The awning extends several feet over the sidewalk. Use to the utmost. Exert vigorously or to full capacity. He really extended himself when he climbed Kilimanjaro. Stretch out over a distance, space, time, or scope. Run or extend between 2 points or beyond a certain point. My memory extends back to my 4th year of life. Make available. Provide. Extend a loan. Lengthen in time. Cause to be or last longer. She extended her visit by another day. Extend one's limbs or muscles, or the entire body. Open or straighten out. Unbend. Can we extend the legs of this dining table? Prolong the time allowed for payment of. Extend the loan. Develop or come to a promising stage. Extend or stretch out to a greater or the full length. Spread out or open from a closed or folded state. Open to the view. A walk through town will unfold many interesting buildings. Having notably more length than width, being long and slender. An elongate tail tapering to a point. Make long or longer by pulling and stretching. Of a leaf shape, long and narrow. Supply sparingly and with restricted quantities. Stint with the allowance. An unbroken period of time during which you do something. Subsist on a meager allowance. Smallest American sandpiper. An individual's prescribed share of work. Her stint as a lifeguard exhausted her. The capacity for being stretched. The capacity for being stretched. Able to adjust readily to different conditions. An elastic clause in a contract. A narrow band of elastic rubber used to hold things, such as papers, together. A fabric made of yarns containing an elastic material. Capable of resuming original shape after stretching or compression, springy. An elastic band. Good at remembering. Planning prudently for the future. Took a long view of the geopolitical issues. Desire strongly or persistently. Having or being more than normal or necessary. Long on brains. Holding securities or commodities in expectation of a rise in prices. Is long on coffee. Involving substantial risk. Long odds. Of relatively great height. A race of long gaunt men. Of speech sounds or syllables, of relatively long duration. The English vowel sounds in bait, beat, bite, boat, boot, are long. Primarily spatial sense. Of relatively great or greater than average spatial extension or extension as specified. A long road. Primarily temporal sense. Being or indicating a relatively great or greater than average duration or passage of time or a duration as specified. A long life. The activity of exerting your muscles in various ways to keep fit. The activity of exerting your muscles in various ways to keep fit. He did some exercising. The activity of exerting your muscles in various ways to keep fit. The physical exertion required by his work kept him fit. Systematic training by multiple repetitions. Learn by repetition. The act of using. The activity of exerting your muscles in various ways to keep fit. The doctor recommended regular exercise. Do physical exercise. Give a workout to. Some parents exercise their infants. A task performed or problem solved in order to develop skill or understanding. Carry out or practice, as of jobs and professions. Put to use. An action, often used negatively and without consequences. An exercise in futility. Usually plural, a ceremony that involves processions and speeches. Academic exercises. The activity of exerting your muscles in various ways to keep fit. Be priced at. represent, as of a character on stage. Form or compose. These constitute my entire belonging. Be identical or equivalent to. Have life, be alive. A light, strong, brittle gray, toxic, bivalent metallic element. Have an existence, be extant. Work in a specific place, with a specific subject, or in a specific function. Have the quality of being, copula, used with an adjective or a predicate noun. Occupy a certain position or area, be somewhere. What is behind this behavior? Spend or use time. I may be an hour. To remain unmolested, undisturbed, or uninterrupted, used only in infinitive form. Let her be. Containing errors or alterations. A corrupt text. Touched by rot or decay. Corrupt, is archaic. Corrupt morally or by intemperance or sensuality. Socrates was accused of corrupting young men. Make illegal payments to in exchange for favors or influence. Place under suspicion or cast doubt upon. Not straight, dishonest or immoral or evasive. Alter from the original. Lacking in integrity. Humanity they knew to be corrupt from the day of Adam's creation. Make a mess of, destroy or ruin. Have a strong desire or urge to do something. He is spoiling for a fight. The act of stripping and taking by force. Destroy and strip of its possession. Hinder or prevent, the efforts, plans, or desires, of. Make imperfect. Treat with excessive indulgence. Become unfit for consumption or use. The meat must be eaten before it spoils. Alter from the original. The act of spoiling something by causing damage to it. Her spoiling my dress was deliberate. Usually plural, valuables taken by violence, especially in war. To the victor belong the spoils of the enemy. Assume a reclining position. Lie down on the bed until you feel better. Assume a reclining position. Lie down on the bed until you feel better. Originate, in. A statement that deviates from or perverts the truth. Have a place in relation to something else. The fate of Bosnia lies in the hands of the West. Norwegian diplomat who was the first Secretary General of the United Nations, 1896 to 1968. Be and remain in a particular state or condition. Lie dormant. Be located or situated somewhere. Occupy a certain position. Be lying, be prostrate, be in a horizontal position. Position or manner in which something is situated. Tell an untruth. Pretend with intent to deceive. Don't lie to your parents. The act of changing location from one place to another. Police controlled the motion of the crowd. Show, express or direct through movement. An optical illusion of motion produced by viewing a rapid succession of still pictures of a moving object. The cinema relies on apparent motion. A natural event that involves a change in the position or location of something. A formal proposal for action made to a deliberative assembly for discussion and vote. He made a motion to adjourn. The use of movements, especially of the hands, to communicate familiar or prearranged signals. A change of position that does not entail a change of location. The reflex motion of his eyebrows revealed his surprise. A state of change. They were in a state of steady motion. Give an incentive for action. This moved me to sacrifice my career. Be in a state of action. Change location. Move, travel, or proceed, also metaphorically. The soldiers moved towards the city in an attempt to take it before night fell. The act of changing location from one place to another. The movement of people from the farms to the cities. Cause to move or shift into a new position or place, both in a concrete and in an abstract sense. The director moved more responsibilities onto his new assistant. Perform an action, or work out or perform an action. We must move quickly. The act of changing your residence or place of business. They say that 3 moves equal 1 fire. Have a turn. Make one's move in a game. Have an emotional or cognitive impact upon. Follow a procedure or take a course. A change of position that does not entail a change of location. Movement as a sign of life. Progress by being changed. Propose formally. In a debate or parliamentary meeting. Arouse sympathy or compassion in. Her fate moved us all. Change residence, affiliation, or place of employment. We moved from Idaho to Nebraska. Dispose of by selling. The chairman of the company told the salesman to move the computers. Game. A player's turn to take some action permitted by the rules of the game. Go or proceed from one point to another. The debate moved from family values to the economy. Live one's life in a specified environment. She moves in certain circles only. Move so as to change position, perform a non-translational motion. He moved his hand slightly to the right. The act of deciding to do something. He didn't make a move to help. A change of position that does not entail a change of location. Gastrointestinal motility. Ability to move spontaneously and independently.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.